Greetings, I'm Maurice Kenner, Circuit Public Defender for the Atlanta Judicial Circuit, which serves Fulton County. Welcome to this edition of The Defender. As part of the Georgia Public Defender Council, our team advocates for those who are charged with a crime and who are within a certain income threshold. Our public defenders fight for the best possible outcome because we believe that everyone deserves fairness and mercy. Today, we're taking a closer look at an important part of our office that focuses on the most vulnerable in our community, children and youth. The Juvenile Division specializes in protecting children who are charged with offenses in juvenile court of Fulton County. This division also provides support to parents who have been accused of neglect, as well as representing youth charged with felony offenses in Superior Court. Joining us today is Paige Pastor, the Juvenile Division Supervising Attorney. Ms. Pastor, along with her team, works to protect the rights of children and families who are navigating the juvenile justice system. The work of this division is crucial in ensuring that children receive the due process and protections they deserve, especially when they are charged with serious crimes. We'll discuss how this team advocates for the best interest of children and families and how they strive to keep families together. Welcome back. I'm here with Paige Pastor, Supervising Attorney of the Juvenile Division for the Atlanta Judicial Circuit. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Paige, the juvenile justice system presents its own set of unique challenges. Can you tell us more about the work your division does and how you advocate for children who have been charged with offenses?
Sure. So our juvenile court in Fulton County handles two kinds of cases. We handle delinquency cases where children are charged with crimes they may have committed. And then we're also representing parents in dependency cases. So dependency cases are cases where DFACS has become involved and are removing children from a home because they deem it to be unsafe or there might be neglect involved. So our office is representing children charged in crimes, and then also parents who are facing cases in the dependency area.
Can you walk us through a typical case in the juvenile division, from when a child is charged to how you and your team work toward an outcome that protects their best interest?
Sure. So a case can come in as a delinquency case where a child is arrested and being held, and then we step in and try to handle initially the case as a detention hearing and get the child released. Cases also come in through what we call PPH hearings, or protective preliminary hearings. In those cases, a child has been removed, and the parent has a right to a hearing within 72 hours to determine whether the child needs to be removed from the home.
Your team handles a wide range of cases, from delinquency to serious felony offenses. What are some of the differences in how you approach cases involving youth who have been charged with felonies compared to other juvenile cases?
So our felony offenses are very serious. We have designated felonies, which can actually cause a child to be incarcerated for up to 5 years. So in those cases, we try to really get involved with the investigation of the case, see if there are any defenses, perhaps constitutional challenges for Fifth Amendment violations, and really see what we can do to defend a child. We definitely want to help a child stay out of incarceration if at all possible.
Thank you, Paige. It's clear that your team's work is crucial for protecting the rights of children and ensuring they have access to a fair legal process. Can you talk a little bit about how the Juvenile Division coordinates with other divisions in the office, such as the Social Work Division, to provide holistic support to families?
Social work is a huge part of what we do. We are fortunate to have 2 social workers currently assigned to our division. They do everything from finding resources for families, such as just basics like clothing and housing. Homelessness in Fulton County is a big issue for us. We're always trying to help families get stable. We have a lot of families who unfortunately are living in hotels and extended stay locations and maybe not even in a home at all. So we're working on finding them housing. With our youthful offender clients, we are working on finding mentor programs, counseling. We have a lot of kids who've suffered trauma. They may have been diagnosed with PTSD or post-traumatic stress syndrome. So we want to try to diagnose or help them get diagnosed and then find the right treatment for them. And just really helping families in any way we can. A lot of our families come to us with a lot of struggles. And so any way we can support them, we do. And our social workers are huge in helping that happen.
Your division also represents clients who have been charged as adults under SB 440, the law granting adult courts exclusive jurisdiction over criminal cases involving juveniles ages 13 through 17 who are charged with one or more of the seven deadly sins, to include murder, armed robbery with firearm, and rape. What unique challenges do you face when defending youth in these cases?
I mean, clearly, those are very serious cases. We are lucky to have two very seasoned attorneys in our adult division who tie in with us. They handle the case when it first comes in Superior Court, and they work diligently to try to get that case sent back to juvenile court. The reason we want to get it back to juvenile court is because in juvenile court, the big goal of the court is treatment and rehabilitation. So we're really trying to work with kids and find out what caused them to get into trouble and how we can help redirect them. If a case stays in Superior Court, unfortunately, those children will go to the Department of Corrections. So you could have a 15-year-old charged with an armed robbery who will be treated as the same as a 30-year-old charged with armed robbery. So we're really trying to work to get those kids back in the juvenile system where they can get some help and redirected so they can go on to live productive lives.
That sounds like an incredibly complex and important role. We'll continue our conversation after this short break. Stay with us. We're back with Paige Pastor, the supervising attorney of the Juvenile Division. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your educational background?
I got my undergraduate degree from Vanderbilt University. I graduated from Emory Law School, and for more than 30 years, I have been a public defender. So for a brief time, I was in private practice doing civil litigation, but primarily I've been a public defender throughout my career. I was lucky enough to get assigned to the juvenile division about 20 years ago, and I've been in juvenile work since then.
Working in juvenile court is different than other parts of the criminal judicial system. Can you share what drew you to this work and why it's so important to you to defend children and families?
I think what is so great about juvenile work is there's so much hope involved. So I think you can take a family who's feeling very hopeless and really help them and build them up and help them in the world that we have today. I think there's a lot of hope as far as giving them resources they need and really assisting our families. So the ability to go to work every day and help another family get on their feet and get back in the community and help young people get on a good path in life is really rewarding.
Paige, thank you for sharing those insights. It's clear that the work of the Juvenile Division is both complex and vital to ensuring justice for children in Fulton County.
Thank you for having me.
I'm proud of the work that our Juvenile Division does every day to protect children and families who are involved in the criminal justice system. They are often our most vulnerable clients, and their future can be significantly impacted by the outcome of these cases. By providing compassionate legal representation, fighting for due process, and advocating for children and parents, this team makes a real difference in our community. Thank you to Paige Pastor for joining us on today's edition of The Defender. The work of the Juvenile Division reminds us that every child deserves a chance at a fair future. We hope you found it informative and insightful. As always, we're committed to serving the citizens of Fulton County by providing the best legal defense for indigent clients. I'm Maurice, and on behalf of our entire team, we look forward to keeping you informed. Until the next time, take care.